Hello and welcome. This is second part of the playthrough of the tactical surprise scenario for the next war Iran. We are in the turn 2 today and let's carry on and see how it's going to be. I will try to explain everything again. I believe that I made a mistake or two in the previous video, so I think that I will be able to help now and correct myself 2 or 3 times. Maybe. We will see. So we are starting with turn 2, and the first phase is the weather phase. We need to make a roll now, because weather is also prepared before the game for the turn 1 only. So now we have to make a roll, and we have a wet season, so we will have to add +1 to the die roll. So that's 3, and +1 is 4, so the weather remains clear. Okay, so next we have to check for initiative. Okay, and now to determine the initiative, we need to check the number of the victory points gained every previous turn. So allied player had 57 and non-allied player had 7. So the difference of the victory points is 50. That's pretty big. And we are playing tactical surprise scenario. And in the tactical surprise, the initiative victory points value is 12. So the side that has 12 victory points difference in the victory points gained in the previous turn has an initiative. Americans have 50 victory points difference, so that's enough, and they have initiative in this turn as well. So we are marking them as initiative player. Okay, and that's all for initiative turn. We are going into electronic detection phase, and now we have to make a couple of rolls for electronic detections. And now what I want to detect with my electronic detection. As for allies first, I will try to detect this headquarter too. It is detected, good. So that's our first roll. Next, I want to detect this launcher, 5. That's no detection, I believe. Yeah, we need 4. So no. Now this 6, nothing. Oh hell, that's bad. So we have 3 detections made. We have 3 more to go. This one, 3, it is detected, and that's dummy. So this one, nothing, and the last roll here, nothing. My god. So it wasn't very successful detection. And now non-allied player. He has 3 detection rolls and 1 for China. So let's make first one for the headquarter, which is here. It isn't detected because a non-allied player needs 3 or more, or 3 or less. So the second roll, yeah, it is finally detected. So now the third roll here, it isn't detected, and for the China, 1 roll, it isn't detected. Okay, so that's all for electronic detection. Next we have first special operation forces phase. And now I can make my special forces operations with my allied units. I have plenty of them, so let's send them here and there. Here, there, there, and there. Alright, so all of them are in ascent, and now let me make. Here I am making a detection mission. 7, that's a miss, and 10 and 0, sorry, they survive. Next, detection mission. 3, that's fine. but it is only revealed. It is not marked with detection. That was a recon mission, not a detection mission, sorry, my mistake. And it is now revealed, but it's not marked with detection. Here it is revealed. Oh, I forgot to roll for survival. 4 and 6, so they are both coming home safely. Next, I am making a raid mission versus this headquarter. Nothing. And survival, they are safe. Next, I am making targeting mission for this nuclear facility. Yeah, that's successful. So this hex is marked with targeted -1. And survival roll, they are safe. Next, I am making attack versus this patrol boat truck. 6, nothing. Survival, they are safe. And finally, here I am attacking enemy air defense trucks. First for the detection. 1. Oh, that's very good. Let me check. That's -2. 1, 2. And for the survival, they are safe. And for SAMs, nothing. And for the survival, they are safe. So we took no losses among our special forces. We did a little, but no losses, so that's good. Alright, so that's all for the special operations. And next we are going into air naval phase. So there will be a lot of stuff on the air board now. Let's bring it. And first, I have to calculate, to check the number of the air bases destroyed, captured previous turn. So there is 1 for Iran. So one unit has to be moved into the flown. Let it be this F5, and there is 1 for Qatar. So this one is moved here. And now I need to reset air bases destroyed, captured in the previous turn. Next, I need to count the number of the air bases that hold strike markers. 1, 2 for allied player in the Oman and Qatar. So 1 unit from Qatar is moved to flown, and for non-allied player there is 1 airbase. So 1 unit has to be moved into flown box. Let it be this one. Or wait a moment. That's J16, so no. Let it be that one. This F5. Alright, so that's all. And now we can send our fighters into air superiority missions. So I'm going to send this Typhoon. These guys. These guys. Them. Them. And them. And where is my lightning? It's here. And them. Okay. So now non-allied player, and that's the problem. He hasn't any good fighters around, since only this Su-35 and maybe this Tomcat. So the question is if I want to send any. I might like to send none, but that will give enemy air supremacy by default and AVAX shift +2. From the other hand, if I will be able to hold any units in the air superiority, I might use them later as an escorts, but I don't think I want to. All my good fighters were destroyed, or they are here in the flown box. So now I'm not sending any fighters into air superiority. So now allied player can count the number of units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 10 to 1. So that's still air supremacy. And because of air supremacy, then allied player gets AVAX shift +2. So let's go. and AVAX shift, and it remains on air supremacy. Okay, so that's all for air stuff. That was fast. And now let's go to the sea. And first for the inshore boxes. For the Persian Gulf we don't have to roll because at sea zone is non-allied player control, just like Persian Gulf inshore, so we don't have to roll for this. But for the Gulf of Oman inshore box we have to roll. And there is enemy naval unit here. There are no non-allied player naval unit here. So the best result we can get here is contested. So we can't get this zone under our control. We can get contested result at best. So non-allied player declares that he wants to spend one SSM missile to get +2, -2 modifier in his favor. So I am making a roll. That's 0. Okay, that's good. And let me check. I'm not sure if I ever want to check, because this is a very good situation for a non-allied player, but let's count. Now, this is +2 for carrier, -1 for submarine threat level, so that's 1, +1 for anti-submarine warfare, so +2, +2 for non-allied player air supremacy, so that's 4, and -2 for SSM, so that's 2. So that would be non-allied player control, but like I said, due to the fact that we have our... Oh, sorry, and -1 for patrol boats. Yeah, so that's 1, but still that's not enough. The best thing we can get is the contested. If there would be non-allied player naval unit here, then we would be able to control it. But since there is only allied player naval unit, then it must be contested. Okay, now Persian Gulf at sea zone, and now the situation is going to be different because we have to roll for it. We don't have to roll for Gulf of Oman because it is allied control, and we are not rolling again if sea zone is under allied control. So we need to make a roll for Persian Gulf. And again, non-allied player declares that he spends one SSM missile point to get modifier. That's 6. And now, as for modifiers, +2 for carriers, so that's 8. -1 for sub-threat level, so that's 7. +1 for anti-submarine warfare, so that's 8. +2 for air supremacy, so that's 10. -2 for SSM, so that's 8. So we have 8, so that's more than 6, so it is now allied control. And it becomes permanently under allied control because of the special rules. So that's all for the sea control. Yeah, that's all. So now we need to make a rolls for mine clearing, and see, let me check. No, first I need to roll for detection. So for them, that's 6. And that's -2, so that's 4. So that's area detection, I believe. Yeah, that's area detection. Now for this one, that's 3. That's -1, so that's 2, so that's point detection. Now for these two, for SAC, that's 7, and that's -1, that's 6 for the at sea zone modifier, and -2 because it is in the coastal hex. it is adjacent to the coastal hex. So that's 4. And 4, that's area detection. And now here, that's 4, so that's point detection. Okay, so that's all for the naval detection. Next, we are making rolls for mine clearance. We can make only one roll here, because we have no naval units adjacent to the Strait of Hormuz hexes. So I'm rolling for this minefield, that's 5, so that's nothing. It remains there. So that's all for the naval air naval phase. We are going into second special operation forces phase. So that's a time. It's a time for non-allied player to do his actions. I have a plenty of my special forces, so let's make a use of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so now they are sent, so let's make them. Here I'm making all of them. Nothing, and survival 6 +1 for right, -1 for their own modifier, they are safe. Nothing, and survival, they are safe. Here, they made it, that's strike 1, collateral damage, and they are safe. Now here, nothing, survival, they are eliminated. There, they made it, that's strike 1, collateral damage, and they are safe. And Houthis, nothing, they are eliminated, because they haven't modifier, but these are Houthis, so they are not eliminated permanently, but they are placed on the next turn box, and they are coming in the reinforcements in the next turn. So that's good for them, and that's not all. First, I am making a right versus this American headquarter here. So that's, oh, sorry, I put it outside of camera. So that's nothing, and they are safe. And finally, I'm making a special forces operation versus enemy detection. I can do it now because allied player air defense truck can be attacked only if allied player has any headquarter in Iran. So now I have 2 of them, so I can attack these trucks. So I'm making attack here, 7, that's nothing, survival, 8, they are dead. Alright, so that's all for the allied player, non-allied player attacks. Oh, I forgot about one attack here. My mistake, I'm sorry for that. Let me resolve this. That's 2, so I believe that's a hit. Yeah, that's the hit. And survival, they are fine. I am sorry for that mistake. It happens, there are plenty of places on these boards, and it is possible to forget about 1 or 2 missions here and there. So next I need to resolve collateral damage. First here, 0. Wow, that's a good roll. So 0 on the collateral damage 1, that's, let me take a look, that's air and air mobile point. So 1 air mobile point of allied player is down, and it was Qatar, so 1 unit in Qatar is reduced, and this has to be this Eurofighter. So next, United Arab Emirates, that's 5, in 1, that's nothing. So that's all for the for the second special operation forces phase. Next we are going into first strike phase. So first nukes, nothing to do. Next missiles, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And now for non-allied player, allied player, do I want to make any missile strikes? Yes, I want. Here and do I want to do anything more? Yes. So first let's go with allied player. So I am target striking here. 1, that's 1, and that's Scoot, and 1, that's 2. So these are 2 strikes. 2, 2, 2. That's here, and the collateral damage strike 2. Next here, 5. That's 1, I think. Yeah, that's strike 1. Collateral damage strike 1. Now here 6, that's nothing, and here we are adding +1. First here, that's 3, so that's 4, strike 1. Collateral damage, and here that's, wow, that's strike 2, so that's destruction. So this airbase is destroyed, and the collateral damage. So 2 victory points for allied player because of the destruction of enemy airbase, and 5 missile points down. So they had 22, so now they have 17. Now allied player, he fires his cruise missiles versus this detected hit quarter, and that's the cruise missile in the flat terrain. That's 5, so that's just strike 1. That could be better. And do I have any other? Yeah, I have one more. Here I am striking this airbase. That's 0, it is destroyed. So collateral damage, destroyed, and 2 victory points for allied player because of destruction of enemy airbase. So that's all for missile strikes. Next we are going with airstrikes. And now I think non-allied player is not going to make any airstrikes because he has no escorts, and there is a big chance that such strikes will be detected and thus destroyed by enemy interceptors. So no, but allied player, from the other hand, wants to make a couple of powerful strikes. So what I'm going to do? Let me send my bombers. So I am sending this B2 and that B2. Since they have no combat support value, they can only do strikes. They aren't effective for any kind of support. Now, my even more powerful bombers. Here and there. And my equally powerful bombers here and there. Alright. I don't have to send any escorts actually, because I haven't any enemy has no interceptors. But first, before I will do so, I have one more evil thing to do. Actually, two evil things to do. First they go here and they go there. Okay, so everything is now correct. Well, no. Okay, now that should be good. And now let's resolve all our strikes. So I'm starting here. So I'm making a roll for detection. Oh no, 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 no. I almost forgot. Remember about it because I forgot about it too. Every time you are making strikes, always do strikes versus air defense tracks first. No exception from this rule. Always do it first. And another thing I forgot, I spent 2 cruise missiles, so I need to lower my cruise missile value. Okay, so I'm attacking enemy detection track. It is 2, so I'm rolling for enemy detection. 3, I was detected. So enemy SAMs are firing at me, nothing. And now I am making my white vessel mission. That's nothing. They are in the United Arab Emirates. Now my growlers are attacking enemy SAMs. They weren't detected. And their strike is 3, -2 versus their pilot skill, so that's 1. And that's 1 for the white vessel, that's 1. So SAMs are lowered and they are coming home to United Arab Emirates. Alright, so now my other strikes. First here I am attacking these patrol boats. So detection roll, nothing. And now I have 5 and 8, now no effect. Next I am striking these patrol boats. Detection roll, nothing. And strike 5, -2, that's 3. That's 1. And they are coming back to Diego. Next, I am attacking this Fordo. Oh, sorry, no, Lashkar Abad. And there I need to make a detection roll. I wasn't detected. So I have 6 and I have -2 for my pilot skill, -1 for targeting. So -3 in total. That's 6. So I think that's nothing. Yeah, that's nothing. Now here. I am making strike versus this headquarter. So detection roll. I wasn't detected. And now 6, -1 for pilot skill. And 7, that's nothing. It is extremely unlucky. Here, detection roll, 3, -1, so I was detected. And SAM fire, 4, with a value of 3. Yeah, I was detected, I get +1. So I have -1 and +1. I am attacking in the roof terrain with 5 and 4. That's strike 1 only. So that was very unlucky strike phase for Allied air units. I achieved almost nothing. And finally I am making interdiction strike versus this hex. So detection, nothing. And now my strike, 3. This is roof with 5. So that's 1. So interdiction strike 1. So every unit which is going to cross this hex is going to spend 1 additional movement point. So these guys are coming back home, and well, that was pretty useless. Oh, I have 1 more strike to make, actually. Here, oh no, 2! I gave a lot of these orders. So now I am attacking them. I got -2, -1 because there is headquarter. So detection roll. I was detected. SAM fire 4. I got +1. And this is leg unit, so I'm going to make flag fire because I want to attack with non-standoff attack. 7. I am fine. So now I am making a strike with 5, -2 and +1, so that's -1 in total. Crew terrain and a value of 5, it's 3, so that's strike 2. Then I'm out of strike markers. I put a lot of them, but looks like it wasn't enough. So I need to bring more. Luckily, game has plenty of them, so that's strike 2. And you are coming back to Diego. And finally, my last strike, I believe this is the last strike, is coming here. So detection roll, -1 because of HQ. And they are detected, so SAM fire, 6, nothing. And now 6 -2, that's 2 in the column of 6 in the roof terrain, that's strike 2 on this airbase and collateral damage of 2. Okay, finally some good hits. And that's all for my airstrikes. Now my naval strikes, because I want to do naval strikes as well. I am striking with this surface action group. They have a range of 1, so they are striking here. This is strike 2 versus roof terrain and 5. That's nothing. And find now them, they are striking, they have a range of 2, so they can strike here with a value of 3. So that's roof terrain, strike 3, and 4, that's 1. So that's strike 2. And that's all for all the strike operations. I can do strikes with my headquarters, but I don't have any where I want to do so. So that's all. And now I can finally resolve collateral damage. There is a lot of collateral damage here, so let's carry on and make them. 4 in the collateral damage of 2, that's 1 AO unit. This is Saudi Arabia, so one Saudi Arabian Mirage takes 1 loss. Now here, that's 3, another loss for Saudi Arabia, so F-16. Now there, Emirates, nothing, and base destroyed 3, that's 1 air and 1 air mobile point. And that's the United Arabian Emirates, so their tornado takes 1 loss. Okay, so now for non-allied player. First here for the base destruction, nothing. And for the strike 2, nothing. So they were lucky this time. And that's all for that, right? That's all. And I have to mark destroyed base. There is a single destroyed base in the United Arabian Emirates, so they are marked with 1 airbase destroyed this turn, and 1 airbase in Iran, so 1 airbase destroyed. So these are marked, and that's all for the strike phase. Yeah, that's all for the strike phase. We are going into first supply phase, and now that's where the things are starting to go nasty. First, here they have no supply, because the only way that we can carry a supply to them would be through this Persian Gulf inshore box, and it is enemy controlled, so we can't give them a supply. But I can try to give a supply to this headquarter, and thus it can resupply all the units in its range. But that would be Allied emergency supply. And to make it happen, I need to make a roll. And for the headquarter, I need to roll 2 or less. If I want to resupply a normal ground unit, I need a 5. But for the headquarter, which is going to affect all the units, I need 2 or less. So that would be hard roll to make. but I made it, so they are in supply. The same situation is here. I have a port, that's good, but again, well, no, they are in supply. Why? Because they are adjacent to the Gulf of Oman. Please notice there is Gulf of Oman. And Gulf of Oman inshore box is contested. Gulf of Oman at sea zone is friendly controlled, and thus they are in supply. Because they are in port, and the port is a supply source if it can trace a supply line through the sea zones and inshore boxes. So yeah, they are in supply. That's good. Now let's go on to the islands. And they are in the same situation as the ones on the Kashmir island. So they are out of supply. So I'm marking them as out of supply. Because Persian Gulf inshore box is enemy controlled. So that's all for the first supply phase, and we are going into initiative, movement and combat phase. So now we can move our units, starting with Allied player movement segment. Do we have anything to do on the sea? Yes, I want to move this carrier group into the Persian Gulf inshore box, and thus I need to make contested sea movement because this is non-allied player control, and now non-allied player declares that he wants to spend one SSM missile point to make it harder. So he reveals another missile launcher, and I need to make a roll with 5 or less to be successful. That's 0. That's pretty good. So now I have -1 for my carriers, -1 for air supremacy, so that's -2. Next, -1 for anti-submarine warfare, so that's -3. +1 for subject level, so that's -2. Next, +1 for Persian Gulf patrol boat track, so that's -1. +1 for SSM missile, so that's 0. So that's 0 and sea movement successful. So I am moving here and I'm gonna stay here. I'm not making any more movement there. Next, and let's go down a bit. They are going to stay here, that's fine, but let me count the number of stacking points I have here. That's 2, 1, 2 and 3. So I have 3 stacking points here. So I'm going to use a naval transport to bring this brigade from Qatar here. Alright, so that's all when it comes to this area. And do I have anything else to do? Let's check Kashmir. I think this brigade is going to stay here. This one has to protect this hex because it keeps the island safe. And I think that's all when it comes to the movement. Oh, well. Yeah, I have no air mobile points, sadly. All my air mobile points were destroyed during the collateral damages, so that's bad. Yes, so that would be everything when it comes to my movement, but now I'm going into combat segment, and I'm going to make an attack with this brigade versus this brigade. So this is going to be 3 versus 1, because strike 2 reduces their defense value to 1. It cannot be lower than 1, even if the strike value is 2, and you have 2, for example, then it can be 1, no less. Alright, so we have 3 versus 1, so that's 2 to 1. Next, we have 7 versus 2. Their combat efficiency is 4, minus 2 is 2. So that would be 5, but that's not true. We cannot get more than -3. So that would be 1, 2, 3 into 5 to 1. So these are our odds. And now, do I want to do anything more? When it comes to the air support, I'm going to call for my friends from Saudi Arabia, and they are sending their F-15s. So let's roll for air detection. They are detected because there is headquarter in the 2 hex range. So now SAM has value of 3. And wow, this might be actually effective. 3, that's +1. So they have 3, and now it's -1, so that's 2. So they give me -2 modifier. Defender calls for his combat helicopters from here. Local detection, they are detected, and local sums, that's 0, so they take 1 loss, and 2s they are eliminated. We got 1 victory point for eliminating enemy combat helicopters. And now defender is in the town, so that's -3 for my planes and +1 for town, so that's -4 and 1. That's 4 losses. Then this brigade is down. We got 2 victory points for eliminating enemy brigade. And I'm not going to move here. So these guys are coming back into flown box. And next, I am going to make an attack here with my marines only. So I have 1, 2, 4, and they are used here, so now that's 8. So I have 8 versus 2, and because of strike it's 1. So it's going to be 8 to 1, but they are also calling for the support from their headquarters, and because of the strike they are marked like this. So we have 8 versus 5, so that's 1 to 5. Now I'm using this battalion as a leading force, so that's 7 versus 2, and I cannot get more than 3, and we are fighting in the roof terrain. So 1, 2, 3, that's 4 to 1 in the roof terrain. Next, support. I'm calling for my combat helicopters, so local detection, they are detected. So local SAM, nothing, local AAA, nothing. So I get -1. Next, I am calling for my surface action group that provides 2, and this surface action group that provides 3. So I have 6. Defender is calling for his Su-24s. So detection 7, maybe. That's -1 because of the headquarters, so that's 6. And our detection value is 7. So yes, they are detected. They aren't early detected, so we cannot use our interceptors, but still we have to roll for SAM, nothing. So that's +2. So we have -4 and 1. That's 3 losses, so they are dead. 2 victory points for enemy brigade destroyed, and I am taking this hex with this battalion and that battalion. The remaining units, the remaining ones are staying here. This one returns to flown box, and that's all for my combat segment. Yes, so now we are going into elite reaction movement segment, where non-allied player may move his units that have combat efficiency of 6 or more. There aren't many of them, and the ones that are here, we have 4 of them. I think I'm going to use my air transport to move them, so they are not going to move normally. Air mobile transport, sorry, but I cannot use air mobile transport during elite reaction movement segment, so no, I can't use them now. I have to wait until my regular movement segment, and now they can move. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that's all. I haven't any other elite units that can move. So that's all for elite reaction movement segment, and then we are going into exploitation movement segment. So I can move all the allied units that are not in enemy zones of control. I mean, I can move all of them because I haven't any allied units that are in enemy zones of control. So that's good. And who is going to move then? I will start with this headquarter. It goes 1 and 2. Now I need to place pending control marker over this hex. They are going to stay here because I need to protect this hex. Wish I would have more units on this island, but I need to wait for that. And for any other kind of movement, yes, there. I'm going to move here. This mechanized battalion moves 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I have a couple of more hexes marked to be under pending control. 1, 2, and 3. And now I am using my naval transport to bring this armored brigade into the port of Yask. Okay, and these ships are also... no, this sack moves here. Okay, so that's all for my exploitation movement segment, and now we are going into exploitation combat segment. I can still do my attacks, but I will get negative -2 modifier for all attacks. But still I'm going to make an attack here. So I have 3 versus 2, but strike 1, it means that they have a defense of 1. And this is mechanized unit, so it is so it has its combat strength halved into 1.5 if it fights versus... oh, sorry, no, this is not a leg unit, this is mechanized unit, so no, I don't have this bonus. So I have 3 to 1, so that's all, just 3 to 1 in the clear terrain. Oh no, 3 to 1. Now my combat efficiency. This battalion is going to be my leading force, so that's 7 versus 5 and 4. So that's 3. 1, 2, 3, so that's 6 to 1. Okay, and now die roll modifiers. As for the attacker, I'm going to call for my Super Hornets. Let's roll for detection. They are detected. And SAM, they took a loss, I think. SAMs have a value of 3 and 0, yeah, they take a loss. So that's -2 now. And defender calls for his Su-24s. So detection, they are detected. And now SAM 6 on the level of 7 and sorry, 7, that's +1. So they have 1. So they give me +1. Now I'm using my surface action group that provides 3, so that's -4, and no other modifiers, so that's 1, so that's 4 losses. This hit quarter is eliminated as well. So for the eliminating enemy hit quarter, we are getting 3 victory points. And I am taking this town, so it is marked as pending control. So we are making our bridgehead bigger. And that's all for exploit. Oh, sorry, I forgot that I should move here, because that was exploitation combat segment. So we get negative shift, but still that would be -4. So that would be same result. I'm deeply sorry. And that's all when it comes to the exploitation combat segment. Yes, that's all. So next we have reaction combat segment. So now a non-allied player can move his troops. So I think that the first ones that I'm going to move are these that are coming from here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they are going to stay here because this is roof terrain, so they will be a bit more harder to hit by enemy strikes. So that's all for them. Now them. So first thing, I am going to spend 4 airmobile points to transport these units here. So this is first of my airmobile transport, and this unit is going to land here. I need to make a roll for local detection because I'm landing 2 hexes from enemy hit quarter, and I was detected, damn! And now I'm making a roll for local SAM 5. That's -1 because of enemy hit quarter, so yeah, I was detected, and that's +1. So this movement is cancelled. Now this battalion tries to do here. They weren't detected. And this brigade, sorry, they are brigades, not battalions, is going to land here. And they are landing safely because there are no enemy hit quarters in the 2 hexes range, so nothing. Now their hit quarter lands there, and this is also safe. Okay, next they are moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they are coming here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's all. So that would be everything for this area, but that's not all because we have a lot of more units coming from here. So 1, or maybe not, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now these guys. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, and 6. So that's all. And now here. The situation here isn't good because they are good enough to defend this city but not strong enough to get control over any of these hexes. And these units there, well, this hexes is overstacked, so I need to bring this weakened brigade here, and that would be all. Okay, so that's all for my movement, and now I have to check for my reaction combat. And I want to do some reaction combat. So I'm starting here. That's 5 and 3, so that's 8. But they are attacking through the dotted line, so that would be 4. And they are getting support from their headquarters, so that's 4. So that's 8 in total. So we have 8 versus 4, and headquarters support is 5, so 9. So that's 1 to 2. Because of the... oh, I have to say who is a leading force, and this brigade is going to be a leading force. Because of the combat efficiency difference, we have another -1. So this is 1 to 3. We cannot get less. Now, die roll modifiers. Attacker is going to call for some good combat support. So I am calling for these 2 AO units. And defender also needs some good support, so he calls for this AO unit. Now, first, for the helicopters, local detection, they are detected, and local SAM, nothing. Local AAA, yeah, they are hit, so that's +1, so they aren't effective. Now for these planes. Detection, they are... oh hell, are they illy detected? Yes, they are illy detected. So I can send my fighters to bring them down, and I'm definitely going to do so. So my interceptors are flying towards them, and now my Typhoon is firing on this Su-24 first. Long range, that's 4. On the long range with 4 -1, that's +3, and 4, that's damage and abort. And here I have 6 versus 3 on the long range. That's 1 with +3, that's X. So this one goes down. And I got +2 victory points for allied player. So that was okay. Now they are coming back home. And now I need to roll for detection for them. That's detection and SAM, nothing. So we have +3 for defender. Now we have +1 because we are in the town, so that's +4. Doesn't look good. So let's make a roll. That's 3 + 4, so that's 7. And the 7, 2 losses on the attacker, 1 losses for the defender. So that and that. Oh, well, I won't call it bad. Since it will be much harder for the Americans to reinforce themselves. Okay, let's go there. So I'm attacking here. I have 5 + 4, that's 9. And here I have 3 + 4, so that's 7. So that's 9 versus 7. So this is going to be 1-to-1, or maybe 1.5-to-1. I'm not sure. Let it be 1-to-1 and -1. I think this will be clear. Next, do we have any modifiers? Certainly. Attacker calls for his air support, and he calls for Su-35, and the defender calls for Super Hornets. So let's roll for detection. For Su-35, they are undetected, so we have -3, so that's -4. And now for the defender, for Super Hornets, they aren't detected either, so that's +3, so that's another -1 again. Okay, no helicopters, but naval units. This one has a range of 2 and can provide support of 3. So now that was -1, so now that's +2. And we, I forgot about one important thing. No, why not? This is mechanized unit, but this is also, this is not a leg unit, this is motorized unit. If there would be leg units only, then this unit would have its strength doubled, but no, thanks to the presence of this unit, we can ignore this rule. That's very important. Okay, so that would be everything. They are in the town, but the town is not under their control, so they don't get modifier because of this town. So let's make a roll. That's, that's 9 + 2, that's 11. So these are 2 losses for the attacker. Horrible disaster. So this brigade is eliminated. Not a good play for Iran. And that's 2 victory points for Allied player. These Super Hornets are coming back home. And do I have any other attacks? No, I don't have any. So that would be everything for the exploitation, for the reaction combat segment. And we are going into second strike phase. So we have some strikes to do, certainly. And I'm going to use my missiles, because why not? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5 missile points down. So that would be 12 missile points currently. And now non-allied player. Do I want to make any strikes with my missiles? I have cruise missiles only, so I don't see much opportunities to do so, but I will do. Or maybe, do I really need? Yeah, I'm going to do a single cruise missile strike there. Okay, so that's all. Now let's carry on with our missile strikes. Here, 5, that's 1 strike. So this airfield is destroyed, airbase is destroyed, collateral damage destroyed. There, 2, that was 1, and 2, I believe that's strike 1, but let me check. No, that's strike 2. So this one is destroyed as well. Now there, nothing. And here, +1, nothing. And there, 5, that's a strike 1. Next, Allied player. Allied player has a 1 strike here. Oh, I forgot to move these F-16s out. I'm making a strike with cruise missile. 7, that's the miss. So Allied player is 1 missile point down, 1 cruise missile point down, And that would be all for the cruise missiles. Now, do I have any other strikes? Let me think, let me see. Do I want to make any more strikes? Yeah. Here, this sack has a strike value of 1. Sorry, no, it has strike value of 2 and a range of 1. So no, I can't make any strikes with them. My air units. I have limited number of available air units, and that's the problem. So I'm not going to make any more airstrikes, but actually I want to do, yeah, I'm going to make one airstrike here versus enemy air defense track. I am attacking detection track, so detection roll. I was detected, so SAM fire. Yeah, I was hit, and that's 1 plus 1 because that's a white vessel, so that's 2, so that's plus 2 for my attack. So I have plus 2 and minus 1 and 7, that's nothing. Alright, so that's all for my airstrikes. I haven't any more airstrikes to be done. So that will be everything for strike phase. And now let me re-roll for the collateral damage. I think this is going to hurt. So here, 3. This is airbase destroyed, and 3. 1 air mobile point and 1 air unit. I have no air mobile points remaining, so 1 air unit in Saudi Arabia. Okay, now here, hell, 1 air unit and 1 air unit of player's choice. So let's go here into Saudi Arabia. So allied player is going to eliminate this tornado. So that's 2 victory points for non-allied player. And now non-allied player can choose one of them, and he's choosing this F-15, so that's another 2 victory points for him. That was fantastic. Now here, wow! This is a part of the game where non-allied player definitely has a lot of good luck. So that's 1 on 1 air unit in Oman. We have no air units in Oman. Okay, so nothing. So that would be, but now I will get, since Oman was attacked with missiles, I will get Oman army as a reinforcement in this turn. An army is a big word because Oman has 1 F-16 unit only. So no land unit at all. No land units at all. Okay, so that's all for the second strike phase. We are going into second supply phase. And let me check. These guys are still out of supply. Here I have a supply thanks to this port. So all these guys are in supply. They are in supply because of my emergency supply drop in the previous turn. And that's all. As for non-allied player, I believe they have a supply thanks to the supply base here. It has 8 movement points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So all of them are in supply. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they are in supply, and them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because there is no zone of control here, so they are in supply. So all of them are in supply. I'm not sure about them. Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was close, but they are in supply. So all of my units are in supply, so I don't have to worry about the second supply phase. We are going to basic movement and combat phase now. Alright, so what I'm going to do when it comes to the Allied movement. I think the situation here gets more problematic, so I would like to move this armored brigade here. They have no zone of control, so I can move it here safely without spending additional movement points. And there. I think they would rather like to step back because there are numerous enemy units. So one here. It would be better to protect this beachhead. Same goes to this battalion. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm using my naval transport to bring another mechanized battalion here into Yask. And that would be all. Let me see. This surface action group, well, no. First, this naval unit moves here, and this surface action group moves there. Okay, so that would be all when it comes to this area. And I think that's all. I'm not going to make any more movement with Allied player for now. So that's everything when it comes to this area. And now my combat. Do I want to make any attacks? That's the problem. It's kind of tempting to strike here with these tanks, but that's the roof terrain, so it will be harder. But from the other hand, eliminating enemy headquarters is tempting, or making it take some losses. So yes, I will do so. So I am attacking with 5 versus 2. So this is going to be 2 to 1 and -1. This is not armor advantage because this is roof terrain. So I don't get multiplier. So that's 2 to 1 and -1. And now this is 5 versus 4. So I have one shift in favor of the defender. And now my combat modifiers. I'm going to call for some support, and I'm sending this Rafale and this Mirage. So detection roll, this is headquarters, so that's -1. 5, they are undetected, so that's 3 plus 2, so that's 5. So we have -5, so that's -6. Now defender is also calling for the support of Su-25. This is local detection because we are not, or are we? No, we aren't in the two hexes from our headquarters, so 8, so these aren't detected, so that's, oh, sorry, they have no standoff capability, so I need to roll for flak. And oh my god, that was flak fire, and that's 0, so they are hit, and that's 2. So now we have +2. So now that's -4, and no other modifiers, so that's 3. 3 minus 4 is -1. So now that's 1 loss for the attacker, 2 losses for the defender. So this brigade take 1 loss, and this headquarter takes 2 losses. So we have enemy headquarter eliminated. That's +3 victory points. I'm not advancing here, so these guys are coming back home. Same goes to this one. And do I want to make any more attacks? I'm thinking of attacking here. I would have 3 versus 2. I can call for their support, but that would be attack of the 2 multiple nations, so that would bring me negative modifier. But even so, I'm going to take this risk. So I am attacking here. That's 2, 2 and 1. So that's 5 to 1. So that's 2 to 1 and -1 in the roof terrain. And now this is going to be a leading force, so that's 7 versus 6, so that's +1, so that's 3 to 1. And I cannot call for any more support from my headquarter. That's bad. And now I'm calling for this surface action group, so that's 3. So I have now -4. I'm calling for one of my Super Hornets, and Defender is calling for the support of his Su F4 Phantoms. So let's roll for Super Hornets. They are undetected, so that's -3, so we have -7, and Phantoms, they are detected, and I think this is this is early detection, because our detection is 7 and -1 because of the hit quarter. So yes, that's early detection. So I can send my fighters against them. And I'm sending my F-35 interceptors. So that's 4 versus 3. Long range, nothing. Standoff, 0. So that's 0 on the 1. That's X, so they are eliminated, but they are firing back with 3 versus 4, so that's -1 and 8, nothing. So they are dead. We got 2 victory points for eliminating them. And now we have -7 and 2, so that's -5, so that's 2 losses. So this brigade is eliminated. We got 2 victory points. As you can see, this American air superiority is doing marvels here. I'm not going to advance here, or maybe I won't. Yeah, I will move this mechanized battalion here. Okay, so that's all for American combat. And now we are going to the non-allied player. So what is he going to do? When it comes to the movement segment, his options are limited, but now 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, that's all, and that's everything here. And now this battalion, this brigade wants to move normally. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That would be all when it comes to this part. And now there. This brigade takes and sizes this city. Here, nothing to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8. And this is motorized unit. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here and now them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4. So that's for this area. And I haven't anyone more to move. So now let's go here and go into combat segment. So I'm going to attack here with this brigade supported by this hit quarter. So I have 10 versus 2. So this is 5 to 1 in the roof terrain. I have 5 versus 4, so that's +1, 6 to 1. And now modifiers. American Allied player is going to send Super Hornets, and non-Allied player is going to send Phantoms. So for Phantoms, they aren't detected. And for Super Hornets, but wait a moment, we got -1 for AVAX advantage, so that's 4. And no, they aren't. And now for Super Hornets, they aren't detected either. So we have 2 and 3, so that's total of +1 in favor of the defender. So that's all. Yes, that's all. So now let's make a roll. That's 3 + 1, so that's 4. These are 1 loss for the attacker, 2 losses for the defender. Result is in red, so if a defender cannot satisfy the losses, then attacker might ignore first loss. But they can satisfy the losses, so they are eliminated and they take 1 loss. So non-allied player gains 1 victory point for eliminating enemy battalion. And these airplanes are coming back home into flown boxes. And that's all. I'm not making any more attacks with non-allied player. So that's the end of the basic movement and combat segment. And now we are going into isolation surrender phase. So now I need to check. Anyone is in the isolation? No. But these two are now marked as isolated. Okay. So that's all for isolation surrender. We are going into reorganization, starting with combat helicopters. So all the combat helicopters around are now flipped to the fully operational one now. So here and there. Next, our AO units. So let's go on to AO board now. Where did I put my tray? Oh, it's here. So now, all the AO units in ready box are returning into into AO superiority. No. They are in Saudi Arabia. They are in Saudi Arabia and they are in Diego. Now all the units from flown box are returning into ready. This Diego is really filled with units now. So here, I think I put one of my Super Hornets in the wrong box, because I need to have 4 in every box. Now all these units from the flown are also coming back. So Iran finally gains a lot of planes back into action. Still many of them are damaged, so that would be a problem. And now for the units in abort. We have only one in abort, so let's make a roll for it. It's 1, so into flown, and nothing else. So that's all. We have most of our units back in action on both sides. Okay, next. Combat helicopters may rebase. So I'm rebasing these combat helicopters here into this airfield. Next, special forces are back into available boxes. Conduct clearing operations. We have no clearing operations. Now determine hex control change. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 5 towns, so the allied player gains 5 victory points for these towns. Now remove detection markers. Rotate all headquarters. None of the headquarters have strike markers on them, so we don't have to worry about it. Next, remove all strike 1 markers from the board. Now, do we have any strike markers 1? Here, there, and there, and that's all. Oh, is that all? Yeah, that's all. Next, flip all the strike 2 markers on the strike 1. So here, there, there, and there. Now players can spend their supply points to repair their damaged, their destroyed air bases. So that's going to be 2 here, 2 there, and 2 there. So all these are now under repair. I don't have enough of these under repair markers, sadly. So I'm going to use these polyhedral dice from Transformation of Mars to mark that they are under repair now. Okay, so now for non-allied player, he is going to spend 2 supply points to repair this airbase here. So this is going to be strike 2. And also let's place this. And now trucks. First I need to mark spent points. I had 6, so that's 20, and here I had 2, so that's 32. Next, trucks. Non-allied player spends 2 for each of them, so that's 28 now. And allied player spends 4 to repair his airmobile points. So that's 29. Oh, no, not this. That's 20, so that's 16. Okay, so that's all when it comes to the repair stuff. And now I have to check if I have such a situation where all my bases in any of these zones have strike 2 and destroyed. Yes, I have such situation in Saudi Arabia. And if such situation occurs, I have to move half of my units there from ready to flown box. So I'm doing so. That's bad. And that's all. Okay, so that's all when it comes to the reorganization phase, and we are moving into a replacement and reinforcement phase. So we are going to get plenty of reinforcements this turn. First, we are getting Oman on our side, so that's the entire Oman army. Powerful, isn't it? So now, next, we are going to get some of our very needed reinforcements, especially on Allied side. So let's check. Turn 2. France is going to give us one special operation forces. Not much, but we have France on the level of 1, so do not expect more. And we get one supply point from France. Commonwealth. Commonwealth is going to give us a number of units. We get Tiger, we got one Typhoon and one F-35 and one Australian Infantry Brigade. So these two are going into United Arab Emirates and these two going into Diego Garcia, or maybe not, let them be in the Oman. Or, wait a moment, no, let them go into Diego. They are long range, so they can stay in Diego and we want them to be safe. Okay, that's all for Commonwealth. No, Commonwealth is giving us one supply point. Alright, so next we are getting United States reinforcements, and we are getting 2 supply points and 2 ballistic missiles each turn, starting with turn 2. So 2 ballistic missiles and 2 supply points. So we have 20 supply points and 2 ballistic missiles. That's good. And next we are getting some serious reinforcements this time. First, amphibious group with Marine Brigade, which is set up in the Indian Ocean. One Special Forces unit. We have a big pile of these Special Forces now. As for our air unit, we are getting another big group of them. All these are medium range, so they have to be placed in our Gulf allies. This is a long range, so it can be set up in the Diego. And we are getting these 2 units from 101 Air Mobile Division. They are going to United Arab Emirates. And these guys have to be set up in any of the Gulf Allies countries, and I think that they are going to be set up in Oman, since Oman is pretty safe for now. It hasn't much damage, so yeah, they are going to be set up in Oman. Okay, so that's all for allies, and now non-allies. First, we are getting some Chinese support, so 2 ballistic missiles point, 1 supply point, and 1 Chinese Special Forces unit, 1 Chinese H-6 bombers, and these 2 interceptors. So finally, non-allied player will be able to fight for air superiority as well. That's all for China, yeah. So now we are getting another group of the Irani's land units. So let me check them. These are Quds. So these car are going from OMZ1. Quds, and these guys are coming from OMZ 4. All right. So we are getting plenty units coming from here. Okay, so that's all for reinforcements. Now replacements. And I believe this is the first turn when players are going to get replacement points. Let me check. Tactical surprise. Iran. Yeah, 3 replacement points starting with turn 1. So we are getting 3 replacement points, and we can send them to we can use them to repair our units. So I'm using one of them to repair this brigade and using one of them to repair this division. Let me check if I am correct. How many do I have to repair division? 1 or 2, but this is infantry division, and infantry division are less costly. Infantry division, yeah, 1. So I spent 2 points for them, and I have 1 replacement point remaining that I can use in the next turn. Okay, so that's all here when it comes to the land replacements, and we are going into air replacements. As for US replacements, well, I am fine everywhere, so no air replacements. And for China, now, this is Su-35, so it cannot be replaced. This is J-10, and J-10 can be replaced. So I'm spending 2 points to bring it back to full strength. This is Su-30, it cannot be replaced. This is J-16, it cannot be replaced. So that's all for air replacements. Anything happened that would affect subthreat level and anti-submarine warfare? No, I don't think anything happened. So that's all. Oh, no. There is new naval unit in the game. So yes, anti-submarine warfare level is up by 1. Okay, so that's all. Now we are going into victory determination phase. So let's calculate victory points. First, for the petroleum installation. Allied player controls 5 of them, so he gets 10 victory points. Non-allied player controls 3 of them, so he gets 6 victory points. Please remember about this difference. Non-allied player gets this, allied player gets this. Next, we have to include the number of victory points this turn. So non-allied player has 7, so he has 147, and plus 7, this will be 154. And now, allied player, he has 127 plus 43. So this is going to be 170. So finally, allied player has some advantage because we have 170 versus 154. So we have 16 victory points advantage. That's still far from our victory level, but I think we are getting somewhere. So that's all for the turn 2. I believe that was quite a successful turn for allied player, but non-allied player is getting massive reinforcements coming from here. Please notice that these units are quite poor. They have combat efficiency of 4, so they are not going to make a big impact on the game when it comes to their strength, but well, number is a strength by itself. So maybe they will do something. And also, there's a big number of good Iranis mechanized units coming from this area, and if they will be able to reach this allied bridgehead before they will get some reinforcements, this situation might change. So that would be everything for today. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.